Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Motorsport Manager. This is episode number 21. We're one day away from heading to Portugal for the Tondela Grand Prix. There's a couple things before we get into that one, and then we're going to have to speed through that race a bit more than normal, as usually I bypass practice, but there's some stuff going on. First off, update on the car. So brakes, haven't gotten to them yet. You can see reliability-wise, we're still only at 61%, so I have not gotten really anywhere now heading into the fourth race of the season on shoring up Jean-Eric Vergne's car. We're still mostly focused on Verstappen and mostly focused already on the new parts that are coming out. Speaking of new parts, so the engine, our first new part came out there. We're looking at, for this one, a 961 of 994 already, and it has fuel efficiency improved, but it's only at 68% reliable. That one just came out, and I'm actually thinking about trying to grab a couple percentage points. Reason for it is, even though we have a 952 for our main one, and Max is going to use that, he's been using that, it's at 90% now. The backup engine is only an 888, so this is a significant improvement that I could give Jean-Eric Vergne, but at the cost of a little bit of reliability. I think 68% is tolerable to the point. If I give him a couple percentage points, it's probably enough, but 68%, I think I'm just going to go for it without the improvements, because that engine is not going to stay in either of the cars for very long, as we're already working on the next one, and then there should be one more after that, and those last two will be the two primary engines in the cars for the rest of the season. Now, front wing wise, the two front wings are done. They're both also now maxed out just a couple days ago. So I've both got the performance maxed out. So they both have really good ones, but we're still working on the improvability of those. So the reliability is not quite there yet, but at 85, 78, it's tolerable. Gearbox haven't touched. Rear wing haven't touched. Suspension we just finished up on, but those parts are still in those early phases of taking care of the reliability and getting the performance where we want it. So you can see the first one, 94%. This one is great on the reliability, but it's not as good on high end or current. So the two that are going to be on the cars are these ones, but this one at just 63% might be a bit too much of a risk at this point. So much so that in order to not hold these up, I took it off the list so that I could work on getting these others into a good healthy spot. Like 88% is just about there now. So I'm going to stick with the 94% one for one more race, and then we'll try to get, before the next race, that one ready so we can get it into the car, because it's not a massive difference, but it will be once we can get it going on the performance side, which I'm already working on. So that's where we're at on the parts, and like I said, right now we're focusing on the engine. Now, comparatively, the engine is actually already our best department, but I mean, come on, it's the engine. Okay? It by itself makes a massive difference in terms of where you're at. If you just simply don't have any horsepower, you're going to be slow. Period. The end. No matter how quickly you can turn corners. So, pace is massive. But of course, it takes all 6 of these things to really get that car around the track quickly. But some raw pace is pretty essential. And especially when you have drivers with the capability that we have, quality of drivers of Max and Jean. They can take a bad car and get it around corners quicker, but they can't take a car that no matter how hard you push the pedal, you're not going to go faster. So that's why I'm kind of aiming for that at the moment. The suspension, you can see, is still really low on the list. The front wing, those are the two we had already done, and they're way at the bottom. That's also why I started with them. But now I'm trying to go to the engine, see if we can close that gap a little bit higher. If we can get up there near the others, it could make a major difference. Now, here's the male piece. There's a new vote. And it's a terrible one. What a horrible idea. I want to take Silverstone off the calendar. What? I know, actually, in real life, I kind of heard some rumors of it. Whoa. Look at all those meanie heads that want to get rid of it. Why are the best teams the teams that are going to struggle? The 5 best teams on the grid are going to struggle there? While the rest of us will do well. Well, I would like to... I'm not going to use 3 points, but I will use 2 points. And I'm going to strongly vote against. Tempted to use 3. This is a travesty if you take this away. Okay, let's use 3. Vote against. It's 5 against 1. But I've got triple voting power, so let's see if we get the job done. Will we get any help? Yeah, Mattia Bonato, Horner. Okay, there we go. There's some help. Toto Wolff, I already knew he was going to vote. Okay, no surprises yet. From here on, we have a surprise. Okay, Steiner. Oh, Claire Williams, come on now. No! It's a tie. It's a tie. Ah, Jean Tat saved the day. Jean Tat saves the day for us. Wow. Whew. Okay. Either way, I don't know how many of you have seen Jean Tat do interviews, but if you watched the video, I actually watched it live. The announcement for the regulation changes for 2021. I know it's not his native language, but his accent in English is so bad. It is so hard to understand him, the way he talks. Moving on. We survive. Just, if I hadn't done the triple vote, it would have failed. It would have gone through, and there would have been no Silverstone on the calendar. What? Okay, well, whew. Claire Williams nearly screwed that up for us, joining the rest of the big teams. So we head to a 57-lap Portuguese Grand Prix, and we're looking at ultras, supers, and softs. The softs are almost a never. And the super softs could be... You know, I never seem to get past 4. I think with 4 sets, you're safely looking at a situation where you have 1 for practice, and you have 3 for the race. I would never use them for more than that. I wouldn't use them in qualifying. I would never use it for more than a 2-stopper, because if you needed to do more than a 2-stopper, that's not a sound strategy. Therefore, you're looking at going to the soft compound, which is why you have 3. I know I've been doing the 7-4-3, but I think getting the maximum ultras that you can get with 8, we have been in a scenario once or twice where you end up using a bunch of tires on ultras because of qualifying, right? Over and over again, you're like in and out, in and out, in and out, going through one set after another. Of course, this leaves us 1 for practice, and that leaves 7 for qualifying in the race. But let's say you use 2 for the first round, and you get into the second round, there's 2 more, and that's 4, and now all of a sudden you've only got 3 sets left, and if you're going for a 2-stop strategy in the race, you need 3 sets. But if you've used them all in qualifying, you can't do that. Now, of course, we're not going to get out of Q1 very often right now, but I think long-term, 8-4-3 is going to be a better split of those than the 7-5-3 that I've been doing for a long time. The more I thought about it, I don't think I'm changing anything now. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Here's the big change. Ready? Jean-Eric Vert. Oh, you're still ticked off. Why? Why? I just gave you a massive boost. Can I do something? You're still angry. Oh, there we go. That's what I've been waiting for. Your car's not better, but on reevaluation, thinking about that engine, you're going okay. But yeah, we're pretty weak here. 23rd. Are we going to get the right ones here? Yes. Bird's got a little advantage there. It's reliability. I'm not going to mess with it now that he says content. And yes, the suspension is a little bit better, but it's not ready. Okay, so Vern's going to come in with a significantly stronger engine, but not necessarily reliable engine, aka Honda, for most of this decade since they joined back up, which was definitely less than a decade ago, but I don't remember exactly what year that was. 5 years ago, maybe? Okay, well, we're 10 minutes in. I still have to run practice. Normally we're starting the episode in qualifying, so again, I'm going to have to try to push the tempo as much as I can through the race weekend as we get things started. Dry so far. We're going to make our tire choices based on the number of laps, which is 57. I much prefer the one-stop strategy here, particularly because there is no refueling involved. So how light the car is doesn't matter. Everybody starts with that same fuel weight. All right. Here we go. What do we have? Those are going to only go maybe 17, 18 laps. That is not very long in a 57-lap race. This, however, will easily make 30. Definitely should make 30. Could make a little more than 30. So we will be on the Super Softs for a one-stop strategy. Again, it's a 57-lap race. So 30 is definitely past halfway. Looks like they might go for 31 or 32. On a really bad day, maybe only 29. Either way, that's past halfway. So Super Softs, yes. We want to get the Ultras as well, but let's get the Super Softs first, as that is our race compound, and of course we are a race strong team while we are a qualifying weak team. And unlike tracks like Monaco, where in real life passing is so difficult and qualifying is everything, this game, passing, not always the easiest thing in the world to do. I mean, in passing, does come with inherent challenges. But I've got two good drivers, both capable of getting around other drivers. And unlike in real life, it's a lot easier to pass in this game than it is in real life. Let's take practice. Go, 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 go. Remember, I'm supposed to go fast. No, not slow. Race trim. Oh, that's awesome. No time wasted switching. They're both on race trim. And they're both out for their initial setup lap. Just getting a feel for the car. We're not putting in hot laps yet. Oh no. I just hit that magic time of the day where the sun peeks out from behind the tree and goes right into my eyes with one nasty, nasty glare. Now we are looking at... Wait, which way? It was this way, wasn't it? Towards oversteer? Oh man. Okay, cancel. Ooh, look at that. Fern. Good job, buddy. 95%. It is towards oversteer. Okay, towards oversteer. I was right. That was the direction I wanted to move, which means we're probably looking towards a little more downforce if we're towards the oversteer. And then let's tweak this to get it back in line. And we can make a nice long run right off the bat. He's got plenty of time to sort out what he's going to do. So we wanted to go towards oversteer. And then we want to go this way. And no, we are not ready to make a long run just yet for Max. So Max, we're going to make your changes, get you back out on track, and do another setup focus lap. Okay, we're close. We are very close. We jumped to 96%, but the downforce went the wrong direction, so we need to come to the right around the O. And then we need to get these guys back in line. There we go. And I think we can take you out for a bit of a longer run here. Let's go get the first round of bonuses. Speaking of, there's level 1 on the tires and on the race trim. We'll quickly get level 2. We'll bring them in as soon as we hit level 3. Wow, that Mercedes is so much faster than we are. Level 2. Yeah, we're hitting this early. I mean, we're at 16 minutes still, and we're about to finish level 3. We're at 2.5. I don't think we're there yet. We're going to need one more lap around. Now, 23rd was Vern. Okay, Verstappen just went 22nd. And yes, I think we're just about at the end of this. So we're going to plan to bring them both in. I think they will finish it off before the end of this lap. And there it is. I don't think Vern would have finished it off if I had brought Verstappen in on that last lap. Meaning somebody would have had to have gone back out. So I think it was the right thing going around that one more lap. But I think we're also way ahead of time on our schedule. Or at least we were until we went backwards. So we are going the wrong way here. You're going to have to do the same thing. It was a little too much. There we go. Back to there. Good, good, good. And here. Wait. Excellent versus not excellent. Handling is off by a tick, but I don't know how to get that tick. Will the tire pressure give me that tick? No. The tire pressure is going to affect the speed balance more. And then how do we get that tick back? That's more than a tick. How about that? Oh, see, now we're too far away the other way. Still not enough here. That's all you have. Can I get this worked out? Too far, not happening. Okay, well, let's cancel that. Reset. Try this again, just the downforce. Okay, I think we're going to have to take that 1% hit here. Qualifying, 3 laps, and we switch to the Ultras to get ourselves ready for qualifying. Alright, looks like we got Max right. 99. And away we go. Alright, Verstappen already faster than Verline on his race run. On the harder compound as well. Get him out here on a qualifying run, a 3-lap qualifying run, without pushing, just running 3 laps of fuel with the Ultrasoft, and they both jumped to 19th and 20th, so we've got a little bit of pace here. This is good. This is really good. They're heading in this time. Where are we at on that? Here we go, into the pits. 4 minutes left, only level 2, so we've got to go right back out. Still can't get this quite right. It's only at 96%. .343, I think we should have enough time. To get the bonuses we need. We're at 2.5 already. Yeah, we've got it. No problem. No problem. They'll finish it this lap, it looks like. And they do. Level 3 bonuses. Go ahead and bring it in, guys. Your job is done. Vern, let's double check. How are you looking now? 98. Not the 99 I would hope for, but I'll settle for that. So we got a 99, we got a 98. That's very close. Very close. I've seen 100. Very rare feat. I can normally get 99. I sometimes get 98. I don't settle for less than that. $97, not good enough. 96, not even close. Because I know I can get more. And every little bit makes a difference, especially with a slow car. Alright, well, it's Portugal, and it looks like it's going to be dry. So, good luck to me. Good luck. We're going to need it. Now at this point, we're a good 22 minutes behind schedule, as this is normally the start point of an episode. So, sorry, the race is going to be going at a pretty quick pace. And so is this. I need to auto in order to speed things up. So that's the sacrifice I make to get this all in. Max, not quite right. How about Vern? Also, not quite right. Not so good on the setup there, guys. Not so good on the setup. Vern 2.4. Oh, that was before Hamilton just came across 6/10 faster. So we're 21st and 23rd after the first time around. It's Verline in 22nd. It's Ericsson 24th. Raikkonen just ahead of us. He is somebody who is beatable. Let's get them out there for one more. This will definitely make up 4 or 5 minutes of that lost time that we normally face. Get them out there, keep them on auto. Tire temps better. Okay, both cars were better this time. Grip also better. They should theoretically be faster. Doesn't always happen. Verline in lap, he's done. Didn't improve his time. Verstappen does not improve his time. Vern drops down, and he was faster in both the first 2 sectors and didn't end up improving his time. Ericsson goes from last to 21st. No idea what happened there with Vern, as he was faster on 2 sectors already. No idea why he didn't improve his time at least a little. You'd think 2 out of 3 sectors being quicker would be enough to improve your time, but he's just so poorly on the 3rd sector. No change. Verstappen went nowhere with his. Hamilton went quickest in Q1. I like that we're not dead last. But if you saw the intermediate series before the original lengthy series, but when I first started to use this mod, that custom team, ugh. Oh, we were so slow. I mean, we were 8 seconds off the pace. And by the end of the season, we were 4.5 seconds off the pace. I mean, we gained a ton of time. Gasly eliminated on intermediates. Okay. Did it rain? Well, the grip's down a little bit. Maybe it did rain. Or he put on the wrong tire. Could happen. Green, purple, they look a lot... no, they don't. No, they don't look alike at all. A single driver going out on intermediates is a very strange situation. In a dry racing qualifying. But you see him here, Gasly. Doesn't look... Well, look at the times, though. Look at the times. A 139, a 141. 138, a 141, 2. So, that's 130.9 with a 141.6. So, massive gulf in times. And Hamilton eliminated in Q2 after going fastest in Q1. There was rain. They were on ultras, though. They were on ultras, but timing was everything. Vettel, 4 seconds quicker than everybody else, went out clearly earlier before the rain hit. Times are all over the place. There are some 132s further down, but okay, rain did come in Q2, and it ruined Lewis Hamilton's day. The now two-time defending champ, and if we're counting real life, gosh, how many in a row is that? Let's see, you got to go back to Rosberg's. Ooh, supers, yeah, supers. Super. And car setup, we need to switch to the supers. The super duper tire for the one stopper. Yeah, not sure what happened. No, I'm exactly sure what happened. Rain came in the middle of the session, slowed everybody's times down. Everybody saw the rain, but the cars that were out on track first, before the rain hit, their time was only moderately slower. They were about 2 seconds off, about 1.5 seconds off the normal pace. Everybody else was 11 seconds off the pace. So, it rained, it poured during Q2, and it was very sudden, and it was very heavy. And it hurt some drivers more than others. 5 red lights in Portugal, and we go racing. Verstappen starting from the back. Vern immediately drops a position of Erline, and we are the last 2 cars on the grid by the end of the first straight. Vern has a look up the inside of the Red Bull, Pierre Gasly, who drops all the way down to 23rd already. What's happened to Gasly? Three wide, Vern up the middle, battling with the Red Bull. Eventually he's going to lose out on that battle, though. It's no real contest for Verstappen, not going anywhere, though. And let's go ahead and save his tires and his fuel for a later date. Same for you. You guys aren't going anywhere, so save it. as the field opens up. So you're making passes even without it. Let's speed things up though, because I don't have time for this. We're behind on time. It's Bottas in the race lead. That's not a Mercedes. It's Bottas in the Ferrari, and it's Vettel in second. And wow, look at all that. Verstappen locks up, but that's because there's a million incidents in front of him. And look at all those guys affected by it. We're ahead of Grosjean, but Stroll and Verline both with punctures. Going backwards, Verne with a mistake there. And he's battling with Grosjean. Grosjean actually collided into Verne after Verne's mistake. So we're kind of lucked out from that because he's going to have to pit. Those three guys all well behind now. Now we're starting to make our way around Ericsson. Verstappen's gotten past him and already 3 seconds clear. Verne just behind him. And, no, slow down. Okay, these tires overheat. Good to know. Glock also pits already. But he comes out ahead of Verne. He's already made his way around Ericsson. It won't take long before he gets past Verstappen. Magnussen pits. It's lap 9. Those ultras are not lasting long at all, and these tires are not cooling down very well at all, as we're just now getting back into the happy zone. And yet, we've been driving cautiously for quite some time. Vettel in second, Ricciardo is third, Sainz is fourth, Leclerc is fifth in the Toro Rosso, Hülkenberg sixth. Hamilton, making his way through the field on the soft compound, is now in 7th place. He's got the advantage of not being on the ultra soft, so he's that first car out. So this could actually still end up being a race victory for him somehow or another. So don't rule him out yet. It's Perez in 8th. Ocon is in 9th. Norris is 10th. Then Wickens. Now we're making up a lot of time. Let's go times 4 speed for a little bit. Wickens in 11th. Gasly all the way up to 12th. So the Red Bull we were chasing at the start of the race has clawed his way through the field in a way that we cannot do it. Cassidy is 13th. Glock is back up to 14th. Rosberg has already pit and is 15th in the Audi. Whew. Magnussen is 16th, and it's Verstappen in 17th. He's going to move around Norris, maybe. No, he does not. Norris pits, comes out ahead, and actually regains a position almost right away. So Verstappen's 17th right now. Verne is 20th, as Stroll just got around after his recent pit stop. In terms of tire wear, we're doing just fine, but both drivers are having to drive conservatively, which is unfortunate. We can turn up the engine mode for a while. Condition, how we doing? You're not somebody who can really afford to turn it up much, but we're okay for now. Bottas and Vettel have both pit already, are still running 1-2. Ricciardo has not pit. The gap is small right now, but once he does pit here in just a moment, he's going to lose a big time gap. Comes out still in 3rd place, still ahead of Sainz though. It's 22 seconds behind, so Ferrari are running away with this race at this point in time. And as long as there is no rain or some other weird factor, maybe a safety car, Ferrari should have an easy 1-2 today. But with just 4 seconds separating them, it's anybody's race, at least among those two. Okay, let's go ahead and neutral for a little bit. Lap 22. Already coming up on that halfway point, and in terms of tire wear, I think we should make it. Verne a little bit lower on that end. Verstappen should get there pretty easily. Glock has already pit twice and is behind us. We're 16th and 20th right now. Lap 24. Those tires heat up very, very quick on medium, so we're very much having to run a conservative day here. Okay, let's turn that back where it was. There you go. Okay, 32 and 39%. Verne getting close to that pit stop time, and right now he's only halfway to 52, so he's still got a few laps to go before he can make his stop. But at 30%, he'll get a few laps out of it. Yes, yes. More tires. I know. I know. I'm on it. Lap 27. Now, quick recap of the whole field looking from the mini-map. We've got 3rd, 4th, 5th, big gaps at the front, very well spread out until you get to the midfield. Then it bunches up a bit between Verstappen and Verne, and then just behind. Now, where the race leader is the big question, because here is 2nd place Sebastian Vettel. Bottas should be just in front of him. He's in this mix of cars. There you go. He just passed those two guys. So he's coming up on Jean-Eric Verne to lap him here in just a moment, which means we're actually 28-28 would be half, as we are already facing a lap down scenario. It could later face a 2 lap down scenario. Bottas pits, his 2nd stop of the race. Now, could I get a crash? Somebody. Give me a crash. Someone? Anyone? Wow, there's Glock behind Verstappen. He's in danger of getting lapped, but it's Verne that's going to need to go in first. He's at 25% right now, so he's doing okay. I'd like to have him push for an in lap, but maybe that's the next lap that we go on. Part of me is wanting to keep him out just a little bit longer, hoping for a safety car. If we get a safety car, it'll bunch the field back up, and we don't get lapped, and we're still in this thing. We get lapped and something happens, like last race, it's race over. Alright, well, he's at 24%, so no matter what, it's time. So we're going to push, but not attack, because these things heat up way too fast. So we're going to go ahead and pit him this lap. Weather. Yep. Dry, dry, dry till the end. 43, 41, 39. That's ouchie. By the way, Pit Crew seeing a little bit of an improvement now this season. I'm getting some better options available to me on those for hire. So as I've brought in better drivers, better staff, I don't know what it is, but I'm able to hire some better crew members this season, but I'm only getting 1 or 2 per race that are coming available to me. So let's go neutral for you. Verne already about to overheat. The big improvement right now, the most noticeable, is I have front and rear jackmen that are both 20s now, while everybody was 16s before. I have one tire guy that's a 20, but he's got low, what do you call it? About 23rd, right behind Verline. Ugh. Grosjean pitting with a problem. That's really setting him behind. But Verne not running well after that first pit stop. Not where I would hope he would be. But Verline's going to pit very soon. Let's go back to times 4, not times 12. I think we've gained back a whole lot of time, but we're not quite there yet. We need to be wrapping the race up fairly soon. So I can't slow it down much. Times 4 is about the lowest I can do. We're still going to have to do at least another times 12 stint. Sorry about the pace on this race, but gotta do what you gotta do. Verstappen in 17th still has a chance to get some points today. Verne looks like he's way too far off the pace. Verstappen, where are you at? You just started a lap. Let's bring you in this time. You're at 23%. I'd attack, but we've been pushing the last couple laps. And that's bringing us to nearly overheating. So not much else I could do on this in-lap other than what we're already doing. Also, our fuel load is not looking so good, but I think when we come out of the pits, we'll be a lap down. Nice pit stop. 2.655. That's nearly 0.2 faster than what we've been getting in the previous races. We've been in the 2.8s most of the time. Now we're in the 2.6s. Verstappen comes out in 19th and is good to go for the rest of the race. Max does not come out a lap down, so he's actually still on the lead lap for now. Verline pits, fixing a problem that could take a while. This is good. This is really good. Grosjean's well down. He's 40-something seconds behind. Verne has caught up to Kubica. He's only 7/10 down from him. Let's see if he can make a move. He's also being challenged by third place driver Daniel Ricciardo. Having a heck of a race. And Verne having a nice little battle with Ricciardo right now with the engine mode turned up. And Ricciardo is yet to get by him. No blue flags. Got it turned off. I hate that blue flag on what it does in this game, because there are scenarios where somebody goes a lap down, but then they're on fresh tires and come out and they're faster and they pass a lead lap car and then get a blue flag and go behind him and then pass him and get a blue flag and then pass them and get a blue flag and pass them and get a blue flag over and over again. It's a flawed system. If you're coming from behind and you're faster and you unlap yourself, that is not grounds for a blue flag. So the moment you get lapped, things just get ugly real quick in those races. So that is the main reason behind that one. And we're going to go ahead and see. Somewhere between Verstappen and Verne is the race leader. Where is he? He's just about there. By the way, we're now 3 seconds behind, so that race is done for the moment. There's the race leader about to lap us, making life a little more difficult on him with the engine mode turned up a little bit, but it's okay. Vettel can handle himself. By the way, that is Vettel, not Bottas. He made it around. Still only 2 seconds separating him. You can see the second red car back there behind the racing point. That is Bottas, who's currently in P2. Oh, Max. What a drive from Max. He's holding off Vettel for many laps here. Way to go, buddy. Way to go. 17 laps left to go in this race. Hamilton sets the fastest lap, but he's still only recovered as far as P6. At this point, he's less than 1 second behind Charles Leclerc in 5th, though, in a Toro Rosso, so he could and should get around him here at some point. Verstappen now finally is lapped, and almost immediately the second place car comes around. This is for position. Come on, Max. Come on, Max. Yes, yes. No. 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 Alright. So, Stroll comes back through. Oh no, that's the engine. That is that engine we're taking a risk on, and it's only lap 42. You're only in 21st. If we stop and fix that engine, he's going to finish in last, guaranteed. So, Kubica, Raikkonen both could pit before the end, but not necessarily. Norris will pit. Verstappen, though, might not be close enough. 25 seconds down. I don't think he is. So at this point, neither car is looking like they might gain much unless Raikkonen and Kubica pit. Let's speed things back up as we move forward for a little bit, and then we need to keep an eye on this engine as we do so. So Vettel's lead over Bottas remains at 2 seconds. I suppose that's the battle to watch. How about we watch Bottas as he chases? I'd rather see that pretty face than the other one. You know where I stand on that other guy. Some people are fanboys, some people are not. Still 18 and 21, and okay, 14 and 21. Ouch. It's getting dangerously low. One more downgrade and we're in trouble. But Bottas, 0.7 of a second behind. He has caught up to race leader Sebastian Vettel. Oops. And is now challenging for the lead. Vettel squeezes his way between the Haas and the McLaren, and that opens up a little gap between him and Bottas. A second already. Bottas gets around the Haas, but cannot yet get around the McLaren, who is in 14th place. That's Lando Norris. Lap 51 now. I like the fuel efficiency part. It's good for Vern, but the problem is it leaves me... Oh, he's got to look to the inside, and Bottas into the race lead. That is the McLaren who went back around Sebastian Vettel. And then Bottas, as he made his move around the McLaren, takes the race lead. And his tires are in much... No, they are not in better shape. It's Vettel who has better tires. How did Bottas get around you? He must have pushed and pushed and pushed. It's lap 52. Our engine holding in there for now. Let's make sure it still hasn't changed. Okay. Bottas down to 18%. He's going to go off the cliff, though, so he's going to start losing some pace here. Will Vettel come back at him? The gap is at 2.9, and now it's starting to close. Meanwhile, Vern has moved up to 19th as Raikkonen and Kubica. Oh, 1%! Holy cow. With 4 laps to go. I don't think we're going to see it tick down again, though, right? It can't tick down again. We're ahead of both Alphas, at least in this race, but unfortunately we're not ahead of anybody else in Verstappen. Come on, dude. Why? Bottas pits! Bottas pits! Oh my goodness. Ferrari has done it again. No, it was not an easy drive. But Bottas had the win in his back pocket, and he was still pulling away from Vettel. He was going to make it the 2 laps he needed. I'm the one who might not make it the 2 laps I need. I'm going to back off. Vern's about to get passed by Raikkonen, I think, but it's 2 laps. Come on. You can do it. Don't have a mechanical, please. So Bottas, all the way down to second. He is much faster than Vettel right now, just 6 seconds behind. He has already pulled back 3 seconds, but he's got 1 lap to pull back 6 seconds. Not sure he's going to be able to do that. Verstappen, meanwhile, in 18th, getting passed by Hamilton, who has had a nice recovery drive to get to 3rd place. Magnussen, 8 seconds ahead. We will not catch him, but what about Vern? Ferrari, Sebastian Vettel takes the victory. Vern coming to the line, and he is going to get there without a retirement. Holy cow. 18th and 19th, though. Not great. It's out of the points. But considering we're technically the worst cars on the grid, I suppose any time we're not last is a good thing, especially with no DNFs on the day. Still a 1-2 for Ferrari, but yet again, Ferrari opting to pit Bottas in the final lap or two to give the win to Sebastian Vettel, who couldn't win it on his own. It's like the Ferrari tactics resemble the real-life Ferrari tactics, who have countless times this season screwed Charles Leclerc out of the race victory for the sake of their team leader, Sebastian Vettel, who has only won 1 race. And really not been... He's definitely been the second driver this year. He's not a bad driver. But he's not the driver he used to be. Large contingency of drivers 1 lap down from 14th all the way to 24th. But everybody finishes this race. That was different. That was definitely different. Main highlight of this episode, of course, is the saving done by yours truly of Silverstone. It remains on the calendar in future seasons. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.